So, hello, we start our 10 lecture. Today, now I open our distance course on platform Moodle and our lecture number 10. Maybe we could do it bigger. Oh, good. Yes, so lecture number 10, and today we will discuss about new informational technologies. We already start this topic on previous lesson, but we discuss about different information technologies and what is better, what is less using today, what is more popular. So today we discuss what is using on railway transport and on other types of transport by this technology, and not only on transport, because we also discuss about warehouses and other companies which use such types of informational technologies. So today, informational technology is the main source of increasing productivity and competitiveness. So, unlike most other technologies, the power and speed of information processing become cheaper as they increase. So sometimes it could be very expensive, sometimes it not very expensive for some companies. So we need to think really we need it or not. So, with all the variety of novelties in the field of information, five of them are especially important for logistics. There are electronic data exchange, it is personal computers, PC, we use this abbreviation future, artificial intelligence system, it is satellite communication systems, barcoding and scanning technology. So, I think we already used this technology in our everyday life, for example, at shop or at other companies, and sometimes some companies maybe already used all these technologies. It is not really new. But if you think about last 30, 40 years, so we think that it is really new informational technologies, and it is very useful, and we couldn't work already without this technology. So it is really good. So first technology, it is electronic data exchange. Electronic data exchange system ensures the calculation of standardizing documents between computers of different companies and replace such traditional forms of communication as mail and fax, even faxes, for example. It is not so popular today, but we also used it yet, and it is popular. Electronic means of communication ensure cost reduction due to the fact that, and examples, it could be labor and material costs for the preparations, reproduction, distribution of all kinds of documents are reduced. The volume of messages transmitted via telephone and fax communication channels is reduced. It could be overall office expenses and reduced and other. So, for example, the American company J.C. Penney found that as a result of the transition from paper documents to electronic documents, cost calculated for one invoice decreased from $0.29 to $0.05. It is only one invoice, but if we calculate it for all volume of these invoices for months, for example, or for year, it is a really good result for such using new technology. Another example, it is according to the Texas Instruments Company, the introduction of electronic means of data exchange led to a reduction in the number of errors. When shipping order by 95%, the volume of operational to search for large cargo by 65%, the resources used for enter information by 70%, the duration of the global supply cycle by 57%. So it is good result if we think for a long a long period and could calculate it. It is really good result. Personal computers, it is our second new technology, but it is not really new. We could use it and already used a lot of time, but maybe not very big part time which was without personal computers. So free accept, or it is our third accept already. Free accept of PC influence personal computer of logistics management can be distinguished. First, cheap and easy portable PCs make it possible to receive operational information, not only in the office, but also in the warehouse or on the road. In the past, decision had to be made based of information that was hours of even days out of date. Secondly, personal computers increase the speed and accuracy of the reaction of the farmers, which contributes to the growth of the quality and efficiency of the service. The once massive desktop computers available created a gap between the decision makers and the immediately implementers. Thirdly, personal computers capable of working with graphical programs in an interactive mode facilitates the development of decision support system for the placement of logistics capacities, inventory analysis, routing, and transportation scheduling. So yes, it is really useful, and now we couldn't understand how we could live without it. And for example, our lesson also we use personal computers and or other gadgets, and we already think that it is normal. It is not something new for us. It is our regular life. So next, it is artificial intelligence or expert systems. What it means, the software of expert system in logistics creates and accumulated a logistics knowledge base in the form of heuristic rules, general decision-making principles, controls, parameters, and logical schemes. At the same time, the software of expert systems is much easier to restore, modify, and expand than ordinary computer programs. So, means of communication and information exchange. It is our next part. And we could discuss that in the past, communication capability in logistics were quite limited due to the decentralization of supply and sales operators and the inability of to maintain constant communication with vehicles in transit. So that in the process of transportation and handling, workers had to rely only on advance instructions, and manager had to rely on that no unforeseen events will disrupt the intended course of action. In other words, due to the imperfection of technology, there was a space-time gap between source of information, orders, and real operations. The situation has changed with the advent of mobile phones, satellite communication, and graphic information processing technology. So, we had also such technology as barcoding and scanning. It is very interesting because it is really new technology because maybe near 10 or no, a little bit more years we used such technology everywhere. But in shop, we continue to use Strich code more popular because all equipment used scanning has the same type. We couldn't scan sometimes QR code, but sometimes we could scan and QR code, for example, from our app on phone. And sometimes we could use different types and Strich code and QR code, but it is not everywhere. And it is very popular when we visit other country, for example, or other places. We could find some shop with information about this place, about these monuments, about this building, and we could scan by our phone this code and find a link with information for this subject. So it is really interesting, really fast and easy, and really a very good technology for transport service and logistics, because we could find very fast find actual information about some processes and other, and could understand how much we need places in warehouses, for example, or how much type of transport we need and other. So it is really useful. Stickers with barcodes suitable for computer scanning and recognition are placed on individual product package, boxes, containers, and even on railway car. Sometimes, really, on wagons, we also used some strich code or QR code, and we could scan it on road and understand what all information what we need for this type of technology for scanning. The barcode must carry computer-able coded information about the consignor packaging, and all special indications. Barcodes began to be used for the first time in 1972, so it is already a technology not very, very new, but if we think about all previous time of our history life, it is really new technology. Each such code was a five-digit number that inquiry identified a certain manufacturer and product. The main problem is that sales and marketing professional object barcodes taking up too much space on packaging, as this space is needed for product description and advertising. Old one-dimensional liner barcode allow you to place 15 to 17 characters on 1 inch. Multi-dimensional codes has a matrix structure that allows placing up to 1,800 characters on 1 inch. So it is really, really more bigger information, part information about these products when we use a special QR code. Far superior to them in terms of informativeness, since here one barcode is as it were superimposed on top of another. It is really because it is a lot of symbols and a lot of information we could find by this new technology. There are two types of scanners. It could be portable scan. It is, for example, held, and it could be stationary scan. For example, which we use in supermarket. It is stationary scan, and sometimes we could see at warehouses that worker use special held scanner and used it everywhere without any connection. It work from accumulator, and it is really useful for this type of space. Scanning technology has two main areas of application in logistics. First, there are cash registers and retail stores. They not only print checks for customers, but also strictly control the movement of stocks at the level of the entire store. With the help of scanners, it is possible to keep accurate records of everything sold and at the same time maintain the required level of stock. Since data from the point of sale can be immediately transmitted and suppliers curate accounting of the movement of goods reduced uncertainty and allows you to reduce the volume of insurance stocks. The second field of application of scanners in logistics is cargo processing and control over cargo flows. With the help of scanning, you can monitor the movement of goods, receive information about the place of their storage, the time of shipment, and delivery. So what you could to say in conclusion? It is improvement in information technology lead to reduction in other processing costs, reduce planning and operational uncertainty, and help achieve strategic goals. So companies which advanced logistics systems believe that it is cheaper to search for optimal solution with the help of information that to carry out suboptimal stock movements. But a logistic information system can become a source of competitive advantage only when it simultaneously support operational activities, management control, decision analysis, and strategic planning. As it is as example. And really, we used, I stopped sharing this information. Really, when we used every day such different technologies, it could help our company with logistics part of work, help to do it cheaper, faster, and we could to have informational flows in special time and special place for special customers, and it could help to do our all processes, logistics and transportation process and logistics process, saving warehouse process cheaper and more useful and more actual. I finish record on this moment.